Welcome to a presentation of Spartans football on De La Salle TV. De La Salle would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans: Golden State Orthopedic and Spine, Lemurs Buick GMC, NewFi Lending, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Armanino LLP, Greenlight Simulation, Drivers Training for Teens, and Lennox Homes. De La Salle would also like to thank Diablo Valley Funeral Home, Bay Alarm, Rubino Counseling, SPM Properties, Uncommon Potential, and GlassTech Professional Window Cleaning. Thank you to all of these sponsors for their support of this broadcast. It's time for Spartans football on De La Salle TV. Here's Pat O'Rourke and Damon Esper.
Good evening and welcome to another presentation of Spartan football on De La Salle TV. Tonight the Spartans go up against another unbeaten, the San Ramon Valley Wolves. Hello everyone, my name is Pat O'Rourke, my partner is Damon Esper. We're looking forward to this one tonight as these teams met twice last season, including the NCS Open Championship. And Damon, in both of those games, San Ramon Valley had the lead going to the fourth quarter.
That's right. The first matchup was a delightful game, back and forth. Spartans up 2 touchdowns. San Ramon Valley comes back and misses a field goal that could have won the game. The NCS game was a little calmer, a little bit more normal, but De La Salle came away with both wins. As we know, De La Salle hasn't lost an NCS game since 1991, and San Ramon Valley really had a good shot last year.
They certainly did, and they've got a really good team again this year. New quarterback, Luke Baker, not there, but they got a really good one in Rhett Thompson. We're excited to watch him and the rest of that Wolves team. Spartans and Wolves coming up. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
My name is Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be, going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have 2 sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I in the dust.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
Welcome back here to De La Salle TV as we joined by Spartans head coach Justin Allenbaugh. Spartans playing Ramon Valley tonight. Of course, you guys coming off your game in London 10 days ago. I'm sure a lot of difference in sleep patterns and so forth. Do you feel like you guys are fully recovered from that trip?
Yeah, we've had plenty of time. The first day or two was, it took a little time. So guys were waking up in the middle of the night and things like that. But we gave them Thursday, the day after we got back. They just had to come to class, which every one of them did. We gave them that day of practice off, and we were back at it Friday and Saturday, and you really couldn't tell. And then by the time we got to this practice week, there was no ill effects or anything like that. We've had plenty of time to reacclimate. That's definitely not a problem.
And I feel, I guess, in some ways it's good the opponent is Ramon Valley because, that's an easy one to get up for.
Yeah, I didn't have to motivate much. And, after the two incredible games that we had against those guys last year, if I have to motivate these guys, then it's not the team that I thought we were.
What about the Wolves? Of course, everyone likes to talk about their offense, but their defense is really good, and their defense did a really good job against you guys last year in the first three quarters of those games. What do you see from them defensively that makes them so tough, other than that game record they have in that defense and Marco Jones?
Well, Marco Jones is really good. He helps happen to the defense, but it's not just him and that's it. They're always defensively sound. Coach Becker and his staff do a great job. They're sound. They know what they're doing. They're not trying to trick you or anything like that. They just try to play really good sound football. They're good tacklers and they're aggressive and they hit, and they play well together. And that defense is stout. And I was very displeased with our offensive line and our run. Basically everything on offense last year. It was a mess, and we're hoping for a better showing tonight.
And Ramon Valley, of course, known for their good offenses over the years. They got a different quarterback this year. Luke Baker obviously is really good, but this guy's really good. He's taller and he can throw the ball really well. He doesn't seem to throw very many interceptions. And it seems like they have more balance in their offense this year than they had last year.
Yeah, they have a solid offensive line. A couple guys back off of last year's team. They got some really good receivers, and their quarterback, he's 6'5". He can throw the ball a country mile too. He doesn't scramble and things like that, as like Baker did. He doesn't extend plays and things like that, but he gets the ball off on time, and he can make every throw. He's a Division I quarterback. It's very apparent. It's very clear, and it's a challenge. But they also have a stout running game. They have two good running backs that they bring into the game, and they're really balanced. They're almost exactly 50-50. They're a little more run heavy than pass most of the time, but it's almost exactly 50-50. So you can't just go into a jet pass situation. You got to respect the runs. They will run the ball at any time.
Of course, you guys want to be the more physical team tonight. It's going to be tough against a team that also likes to play physical in them. But anything else you can look at as far as the keys that you feel for you guys to win tonight's game?
We got to play way better offense than we did last year. we played some solid defense until the last like 3 minutes of the game in the first game. And we're going to have to continue that type of defensive effort. But our offense, it really was just a mess. Our runners didn't break any tackles. I really don't think that they ran hard. We completed a few passes. Toer actually, had some good runs last year. But our offensive line, it was hard to watch. We watched. We watched both games this week. So it was disappointing. And I would be surprised if we didn't have a better offensive effort. I mean, just based on what we've seen the practice week, what these guys have done the entire year, and they seem excited, they seem ready to go. I'm sure Ramon is too. It's not going to be, it's not like they're showing up just to get the game over with or anything like that.
It should be a good one. Spartans and Wolves, 2 unbeatens going at it. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
When these teams met a year ago in Danville in the regular season, it was about 7,000 people in the stands that night for that terrific football game that went into overtime. And tonight it looks like we've got a packed house at Owen Owens Field in Concord. Beautiful night, 69 degrees as we get ready for kickoff. The Spartans and the San Ramon Valley Wolves. San Ramon Valley 7-0. They come in ranked 19th in the state by Cal High Sports, 23rd in the state by Scorebook Live. De La Salle 6th in the state by Cal High Sports, 5th by Scorebook Live. Spartans come in with a 6-0 record. They played in London a week and a half ago. They returned over a week ago, and they go up against the Wolves team on senior night, and we're looking forward to this one as the Wolves will be kicking off to the Spartans to start this game. Along with Damon Esper, I'm Pat O'Rourke. Pleasure to call this game, the Spartans and the Wolves. It might be the two best teams in Northern California. That remains to be seen. San Ramon Valley certainly is plowed through the schedule up to this point. They're coming off a win last week over Cal High, 38-26 to improve to that 7-0 mark. Cal High went into that game with a 6-0 record last week. Looks like Noah Hersey will be kicking off for the Wolves. Of course, the dangerous Jaden Jefferson back to return for the Spartans. Wolves in their road whites, Spartans, of course, in their green jerseys. We're ready to go. This matchup of unbeatens is underway. Short kickoff. Jefferson comes up from the 11-yard line. He's got blockers in front as he takes up the left side. Past the 30, 35, 40. Gets by another from the 50. Inside the 40. Jefferson cutting across the field. Spins his way around. Still on his feet. There he goes. 89 yards. Jaden Jefferson has done it again.
From the 11-yard line, an 89-yard kickoff return. Touchdown, Spartans.
An electric start to this one from the electric Jaden Jefferson, who runs his 100-meter dash in 10.4 seconds. He showed off that speed plus some elusiveness on his way to the end zone here.
Yes, he did. Alone back there, took it at the 89. One of the things that San Ramon Valley likes to do is kick short. A lot of pop-ups, a lot of ground balls, mix it up a lot, trying to deaden the chance of a return, and doesn't matter. Jefferson, 89 yards.
The extra point try by Justin Yorabari is good. The junior kicks the extra point out of the hold of Braden Knight. The long snapping of Lucas Platzbecker, and the Spartans take the early 7-0 advantage just 18 seconds into this contest. It's the second time he's returned a kickoff for a touchdown this year. Of course, he also returned a missed field goal for a touchdown this season, and continuing to delight this crowd. Just a phenomenal, exciting player, the 5'8", 160-pound junior Jaden Jefferson. And now the Spartans will kick off, and it'll be Yorabari doing the kicking.
So I'm going to my list of kickoff return touchdowns because it had been a while before. It was Zeke Berry was the last one before Jefferson's kickoff return against St. Mary's. That was 3 years ago. So 2 in 1 year. Berry also had 2 that year in 2021.
Yorabari lining up the kickoff for De La Salle.
Now back to return for the Wolves is Evan Economos along with Dylan Deitch.
Deitch, number 5, might be their most dynamic player.
Looks like, I guess, Owen Scott.
I'm sorry, Owen Scott, yes.
Yeah, Owen Scott's back there instead of Deitch, and it's going to be returned by Economos. Economos takes it up past the 20, and that's where he is met and brought down by the Spartans. On the tackle for De La Salle was Turner Madge. So we'll get a look at the Wolves offense before we see the Spartans offense.
Penalty marker on the play.
Flag on the play, so we may be coming back. I meant to say Owen Scott is their most dynamic player at number 5. He's the guy they look for in all the big situations.
Yeah, terrific player. UC Davis commit.
Holding. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So there's the lineup on offense for San Ramon Valley. Rhett Thompson, terrific QB, 6'5", 215-pound senior. Garibaldi coming off a huge game against Cal last week. They're all seniors in this lineup except for the right guard, Spencer Reland.
Following the penalty, the ball spotted at the 11-yard line. San Ramon takes over 1st and 10 from the 11.
Spartans defensively. Get a look at their lineup. Emery Spate is getting the start tonight. Jaden Nicholas hurt his shoulder earlier in practice this week, so Spate gets the start. He's at the right corner spot right now as Rhett Thompson takes the snap for San Ramon out of the shotgun. Throwing to, there's that man, Owen Scott, across the middle. Scott makes the catch, and he gets across the 20-yard line for a Wolves first down. Scott, last season, 1,405 receiving yards, 84 catches, 10 touchdowns, 16.7 yards per reception. The Spartans did shut him out in the NCS final, did not have a catch in that game, had 5 catches, 67 yards in the regular season meeting against the Spartans. He's a 5'10", 165 senior. First down for the Wolves from the 23-yard line, and it's going to be a handoff, and the ball hits the deck, and the Spartans try to get it. There's a fight for that loose football. It's still loose. It somehow popped out of there and became loose again. The Spartans say they have it. And they do.
Bumgarner.
Nico Baumgartner, 6'2", 200-pound senior, his third fumble recovery already this season, and the Spartan offense takes the field for the first time.
It wasn't a clean handoff. Thompson tried to get the ball to Garibaldi. Garibaldi never had it, and then you see the ball, the initial dog pile, it squirts out, and then Nico's over there to recover it.
So Toa Fa'avai leads the Spartan offense with Derek Blanche set to his right side. Man goes in motion. That's DJ Ossie, actually Anthony Morgan in the lead block, and it's Fa'avai on the run. Fa'avai inside the 10 gets upended, but will set up close to maybe a 1st and goal as Fa'avai gets the first run of the night for the Spartans. 279 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns on the season coming in.
Gain of 11 and a Spartan first down, 1st and goal.
It is 1st and goal. Fa'avai, the Idaho commit, with Deuce Jones-Drew and Dominick Kelly split behind him as he gets under center here on 1st down and goal. Fa'avai hands off. That's Deuce Jones-Drew into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Deuce Jones-Drew, his 3rd touchdown of the year.
Well, I mean, we've seen this movie before. San Ramon Valley comes in last year, plays an amazing game, almost beats De La Salle, and then here it's the next year, and you're just thinking, well, they got a chance, right? And suddenly it's 13-0 pending the kick, and we're not even 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah, just 5 plays into the game, 4 plays from scrimmage, and here's the extra point try by Urabari to make it 14-0. In 5 plays, we've seen an 89-yard kickoff return, touchdown by Jaden Jefferson, a fumble recovery by Nico Baumgartner, and Deuce Jones-Drew gets a 5-yard touchdown run. And just like that, it's 14-0. We've only played a minute 35. 2-play, 16-yard possession that took just 27 seconds.
You just end up shaking your head.
Wolves team, they allowed 26 points. Told you to count last week that really nobody had scored more than 15 against them in any of the previous games. Of course, they haven't played quite the schedule that Spartans have coming into this one, but we'll see if they can regroup from this early hole.
Yeah, they hadn't. That was one thing you could see on tape. They were playing a lot of teams they had overmanned, and a couple of running clock 4th quarters and all that. Hayward, nothing wrong with Hayward, but not the same quality as the EBAL.
Kick return here is going to be this time from Economos. Economos takes it from the 10-yard line. He goes straight up the middle before he's tripped up by the ankles. Dylan Scott making the tackle, the sophomore for the Spartans. San Ramon Valley offense averaging 35 points per game, 356 yards per game. They have a balanced team, 214 yards passing per contest, 142 yards rushing per contest. Garibaldi, the running back, ran for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Cal. He's got 660 yards and 9 touchdowns on the year.
They like to run a lot of play action in the passing game, so it's important for them to get Garibaldi moving, but the big deal is going to be, can their line hold off the Spartans' pass rush?
Man goes in motion. It's Max Leonides, and they'll hand off Garibaldi. Garibaldi off the left side, and Wyatt Ferguson was the first one to meet him, and then Bubba Vargas comes in and finishes him off.
Stopped by Jacob Dartez and Bubba Vargas.
Dartez also in on the stop for the Spartans.
They almost fumbled that one, too. This is not a good start. Yeah, Garibaldi really kind of juggled it there. Yeah. And, you can't be nerves. You played before.
Rhett Thompson has trips set off to the right side. Ant Dean was showing blitz, so San Ramon Valley will look back over to the sideline. Dean now goes back into safety area. Emery Spate, the lone defensive back on this right side of the field, right of the hash. And Thompson looks that way first, but he's under duress, and he goes down. Nehemiah Tolona wraps him up, takes him to the turf, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a terrific start for the Spartans. I don't think they have any London hangover right now. See, Talona just overpowers his man. And wrestles Thompson down. 2.5 sacks on the year for Talona.
Luke Fitzgerald, 6'3", 240-pounder, just couldn't handle Talona there.
12th sack of the season for the Spartan defense. 3rd down and 17. Thompson out of his shotgun. Wants to throw to the near side of the field. That pass is caught by Garibaldi, but Garibaldi tackled well shy of the first down. There's Nico Baumgartner there to bring him down.
7-yard gain. Brings up 4th
Garibaldi is a guy they will
23.
throw to occasionally. That's his 6th catch of the year.
You could see nice play by Baumgartner taking care of Garibaldi quickly, and we're going to have a punt here.
Jaden Cannon lining up the punt for San Ramon. Anthony Dean back.
Sebastian Miles, the punter here. It's Ant Dean back to return. He runs to catch the football on his side of the 50. Takes up the left sideline. Got plenty of room over there, and he gets taken down inside the 35. Luke Garcia there to bring him down. And the Spartans are going to have great field position once again.
To the Wolves' 34-yard line.
Well, we'll give you the officiating crew real quick. The white hat is Rich Robeson, Cameron Jones, the umpire, David Mulvey, the headlinesman, Brent Arthurs, the line judge, and Justin Bigler is your back judge.
Spartan offense only ran 2 plays in that opening possession, so here's their starters. First down and 10 from the Wolves' 34. Fa'avai with a man in motion, that's Morgan. Here's a fake to hand off to Blanche. Fa'avai throws the near side of the field. The pass is going to be caught. That is Dylan Scott making the reception, the sophomore with the catch.
Dietrich Burks Jr. with
His 4th catch of the year.
6, 2nd and 4 at the 28.
Spartans going tempo here.
Fa'avai looks the other way, far side of the field. Pass is caught. There's Scott again. He takes up the sideline, makes a nice move, takes it inside the 15-yard line.
Again to Dylan Scott.
Spartans very comfortable here in the early going, and as you mentioned, Damon, going with tempo.
That's a 13-yard gain and a first down De La Salle at the San Ramon 15.
To the Wolves' 15-yard line. It's first down and 10. Spartans were here the last time they started off with the football after the Wolves' turnover. Blanche to the left. It's Fa'avai running that direction as Blanche is the lead blocker, and he's forced out of bounds, and there's the outstanding middle linebacker, Mark O. Jones. Bring him down as we get a look at the Wolves defensively. Jones plays that middle linebacker spot. He can be all over the field, though. Caleb Pleiss, a good defensive end, and the 4-man front. And Henry Ellis, Dylan Deitch, a couple returnees from last year's defense for the Wolves.
So on that play, one of the chain gang got hit, I think, and so they're checking on him on the far side. Dangerous business holding those sticks.
For sure.
They can't wait for the automated sticks over there.
2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain by Fa'avai. Blanche and Kelly split behind him, and it's going to be Blanche. Blanche goes off to the right side. He's got plenty of space. Takes inside the 10, the 5. Derek Blanche, touchdown, Spartans. 13-yard touchdown run for the Portland State commit. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
Here's your replay, straight veer play. He's going on the right side, trying to get the corner. Good blocking there by the line, and he gets outside. Basically one man to beat. And he's able to get around and get in there for the TD.
Justin Urabari's been one of the busiest players tonight. He's on to kick his 2nd extra point. And he kicks it low, and it is blocked. So a rare extra point miss by Urabari, who before that was 24 of 25 on the year. Spartans, though, they'll take a 20-0 lead. That was still 6:50 to go in the opening quarter. We'll keep it right here. You know, Damon, it's interesting. Last year, the Spartans in the first meeting, they had only 7 points through 3 quarters against the Wolves. And the second time, when they played in the NCS Championship, they had just 3 points through 3 quarters. So 10 total points in the first 3 quarters of those 2 games last year. And here, 5 minutes and 10 seconds in this one, they got 20.
Yeah, first of all, this is a much better Spartan team. This is a team
Yes.
that is, again, the best team in Northern California, and so don't miss that point, that they were kind of down there, down in quotes, for a couple of years, and this is really a good team. But one of the things historically we've also seen is a team that gets their attention they tend to be motivated the next year when they face them, and obviously they got a couple of breaks. The fumble, it wasn't a forced fumble; it was just a bad handoff. But everything, they get the kickoff return, they get the fumble, everything going their way.
Urabari, another kickoff here, and this one's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. It was around the team a little bit earlier today, about 5 hours before kickoff, and just really impressive. I mean, how businesslike it was. I mean, high school kids, you expect to be joking around and messing around, but these guys, they know the task at hand, plenty motivated for this contest. And Coach Allenbaugh, you heard him in the pregame show. He said they did not play well in those 2 games last year. He was not happy with the way they got off the ball up front in those games, and this team has gotten the message, and they're ready to go tonight. First down and 10 for the Wolves, their 3rd possession of the night. The 6'5" senior, Rhett Thompson, calls a man in motion. That's Owen Scott, his favorite receiver. Thompson looking the other direction. His pass deflected and caught by the Wolves for a first down. It was Evan Economos who caught that off the deflection. A wild play, and the Wolves will move the chains.
I think it was Leonides who it went off of the tight end, or it might have been the defender. It could have been, I think Leonides hit it, but D'Artez might have been the one also.
So they'll move the chains for the Wolves. They'll take it, 11-yard pickup. 2 receivers to the left of Thompson. Now he looks over to the sideline. Wolves last week over 400 yards of offense against Cal. 5 returning starters from last year's team. That was 10-3 with 2 of those 3 losses to the Spartans. 2 receivers to the left side of Thompson. Fakes the handoff, looking. Passes behind his defender, and it's intercepted. It's going to be Spate on the interception. And Spate spins out of a tackle inside the 35 as a flag comes down. The flag after the interception. Spate getting the start tonight for Jaden Nicholas, and he comes up with the interception, the 4th interception for the Spartans this year.
Well, his receiver falls down, and Spate takes it at the 48. And they're going to lose a little yardage on the penalty, but still the deed is done. They get the ball.
The 2nd turnover already for the Wolves.
He wanted to get Cole Scott. That's who fell down over here at midfield.
So Spartans will have their worst field position of the night at the Wolves' 45-yard line. Bubba Vargas into the game as a fullback in front of Dominick Kelly. Avai gets the snap behind center and play action. The left-hander looking deep downfield, and his pass is going to be overshot, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Sliding down to the interception after that pick was Henry Ellis. And the Spartans turn it over for the first time tonight.
Well, the football gods giveth, the football gods take it away. Not a great throw, way overthrown.
Looking for Jefferson. So interceptions on back-to-back plays. That was another thing the Wolves defense did well against the Spartans last year. They forced turnovers. The Spartans had just 12 turnovers all season last year, and 4 of them were in the 2 games against the Wolves. The Wolves also forced the Spartans offense last year to have 8 3-and-outs. The Spartans had 25 3-and-outs all of last season. But as Damon has mentioned, it's a much different, better Spartan team. They're up 20-0. We still have 5:40 to go in the opening quarter.
Kind of was expecting a quick game because both teams like to run so much. Nope.
Yeah, every play has been almost a highlight-worthy play, as now we got to delay a game.
Dead ball. Delay of game. Offense. 5 yards.
Rhett Thompson's going to take this snap behind center. He calls Scott in motion. Fakes the handoff the other way, looking to come back with a screen, but Tolona's chasing him. It's passed downfield, intercepted again. This time it's Bubba Vargas. Vargas stays on his feet inside the 20, up the sideline. Bubba Vargas into the end zone, touchdown. There is a marker on the field.
Well, this is just getting silly. Tolonia pressuring him. Vargas with a nice play to pick it at the 28.
The penalties against the Wolves for an illegal man downfield. And you saw Vargas the pick, and he also fought off that tackle attempt by Max Leonides to take into the end zone. So the last 3 plays from scrimmage have all been interceptions. Vargas the return there, and we'll get Urabari extra point try again.
Well, it's almost as wild as last year's games, just in a very different way.
Yeah. It's almost like they're picking up from the fourth quarter and overtime of that first meeting.
Yeah. Spartans go for 2, try and get back on.
So not Urabari, the 2-point try with Avai taking the snap, and Dominick Kelly to his right. He's also got Jefferson in the bunch set over there. He's looking to his right. His pass caught. That's Jefferson into the end zone for the 2-point conversion to make it 28-0 Spartans. We'll take a timeout. It's all De La Salle. 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Golden State Orthopedics and Spine.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
Scott and Economos deep to receive.
28-zip Spartans. Justin Urabari with another kickoff. Scott and Economos back to return. It's going to go over the head of Scott into the end zone for another touchback. Already 3 turnovers for the San Ramon Valley offense. Spartans came into the game +7 in the turnover differential. They've now forced 12 on the year, and they have turned it over 3 times themselves.
So we mentioned it earlier, the passing game for San Ramon Valley tends to work best when they have play action as an option. Of course, down 28-0, you would think they're somewhat forced to throw the ball more here.
Interceptions on the last 2 passes by Thompson. And he will hand off here. And Garibaldi gets met and taken to the turf by DJ Asiasi, 6'3", 240-pound senior. University of Nevada commit.
Bubba Vargas, DJ Asiasi on the tackle. Three-yard gain, 2nd and 7 at the 23.
7 yards to go for a first down for the Wolves. Still got Garibaldi in the backfield. An awkward snap there for Thompson, who catches and then just tries to run up the middle, and he's brought down by Matthew Johnson, the Oregon commit, 6'5", 252-pound senior.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 7.
Real sloppy start up to this point for the 7-0 Wolves. Thompson, not much of a runner there. Again, he only ran there because he was caught off guard by that snap. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. It's Scott to the left side, isolated against Spate. Thompson, again under pressure immediately, somehow escapes it, rolling to his right side, and now he goes down.
Thompson brought down in the backfield.
Sack made by the Spartans, Ace Robinson.
10-yard loss on the play.
Ossie almost gets him at first, and then he gets away from Ossie here. You'll see that right there. But waiting for him is Robinson, who's able to run him down there and pull him down around the 11.
Second sack of the night for the Spartans. The only negative at this point was one interception for De La Salle as Ant Dean's back to return, standing at the Wolves 45. Good high punt, backs him up all the way back to the 40-yard line as he makes the catch, makes one man miss, takes it up the right side, gets hit and brought down by the Wolves. Making the tackle for San Ramon Valley was Caden Stein along with Alejandro Loud with the loud hit there.
Caden Stein on the tackle on Dean. .48-yard punt.
Holding. Return team. 10-yard penalty enforced from the end of the kick. First down. So a hold against the Spartans. That will back them up. Still waiting for him to mark off.
Well, they got two balls out there. And it looked like two different officials were marking the yards off.
That's going to make the Spartans' offense even tougher to stop.
That's right. So it's back at the, all right, so the return itself is wiped.
From the 28, Braden Knight into the game. He'll hand off to Dominick Kelly, and Kelly's got nowhere to go. Caleb Price in on the stop with a couple of his teammates.
Kelly lost his helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play.
A rare loss of yardage for the Spartan running back. Comes in averaging 6.5 yards a carry and 7 touchdowns this year, Dominick Kelly. Officials talking about something here.
Yeah, they're standing as if there was a penalty. I don't see a flag down.
So there was one, I guess, that the official just picked up near midfield, but I'm not sure if that just fell out or.
Well, we'll take a look at the replay here. Kelly gets the ball and just hit immediately.
Oh, well, so that will wipe away the loss for Kelly.
Caleb Price brought him down and made a nice play to hit him early, but
it's going to be second and
5 from the 31.
Or first down. But officials still having trouble where this ball. It was going to be 1st and 7 from where they spotted it. Should be 1st and 5.
Yeah.
Correction, ball spotted at the 33.
Now they got it.
I'm not sure this first quarter is going to come to an end with the pace we're going. So Braden Knight at quarterback, hands off. This is Derek Blanche. Blanche is met and brought down. The Wolves defense ready for that carry. Getting the stop there for San Ramon Valley was Tyler Taus, a junior.
And -2, so Wolves defense looking a little better here.
Braden Knight gets behind center. He'll hand off again. This is up the middle for Deuce Jones-Drew, and Deuce Jones-Drew gets out past the 40-yard line for a Spartan first down. Deuce Jones-Drew just got an offer from Utah this week. 5'8", 160-pound sophomore.
He's a kid.
He stays in the game, split with Kelly in the Spartan backfield. Braden Knight, 10 of 22 throwing the football this year. Good hard count, and you got the Wolves to jump.
Got a couple of guys, Luke Fitzgerald and Luke Garcia, both look like they jumped.
And this nightmare quarter for the Wolves continues.
28-0 Spartans. It all started with a Jaden Jefferson 89-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Knight going to take this snap out of the gun with Dominick Kelly to his right, Morgan and Asiasi tight ends to the right side. Now Morgan goes over to the left, and Knight throws for the first time. He's got Morgan, and Morgan drops it.
Braden Knight's pass incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Knight, 6'3", 185-pound junior. Got a chance to throw for 3 touchdowns last year as a sophomore for the Spartans. Bubba Vargas a little late running on the field.
That usually means he's going to be at fullback.
Dylan Scott, the inside receiver on the left side. Vargas in front of Jefferson. Wolves bringing a run blitz here. Jefferson gets the carry, escapes a couple men at the line of scrimmage, and then gets taken down shy of the 50. Pick up about 3. Jefferson came into this game 196 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, averaging over 12 yards a carry before this handoff.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 2 from the 49.
Reed Lawrence into the game as a receiver to the right. Double tight set with Morgan on the left, Asiasi on the right, Deuce Jones-Drew and Dominick Kelly behind Braden Knight. Spartan quarterback, hands off, Jones-Drew, and he gets hit hard by Marco Jones. A 6'5", 240-pound senior makes his impact felt.
Marco says hello.
Tremendous player, Marco Jones. Here's the replay in this big hit. Jones, a Texas A&M commit. A lot of strength and power there. He's a big-time recruit, 4-star. He also got offers from schools like Alabama, Texas, Michigan, and he's heading to A&M. 4th down and 1, less than 1 for Knight and the Spartans. Wolves, again, look like they're bringing pressure, and the Spartans jump. It was Wyatt Ferguson, the right tackle, who jumped for De La Salle.
Well, even though they're up 28-0, De La Salle's been a little sloppy themselves in the early going here. A couple of penalties.
Yeah, and that one a big one because well, I would say big one in this with the way to score, but it's one that they got.
What's the EPA or WPA change on that one, Pat?
Just saying they're likely maybe to punt here. We'll see if Knight backs up and punts it away, or if he is actually they're going to go for it here on 4th down and over 5 yards to go. And Knight is throwing here. His pass far side the field is going to be caught. He got the ball out quickly, and it was caught for a 1st down by the Spartans' Robert Williams.
That's a tremendous play. Jones is coming, and again gets through with little trouble. Big guy jumps up there, forces Knight to kind of hurry a little bit more, and just barely able to get it to Williams.
Williams making the catch, formerly Robert Santiago. He gets the 1st down reception, his 1st catch of the year. That's the end of the opening quarter. All De La Salle, 28-0. You're watching on De La Salle TV, presented in part by Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
Lemurs Concord Buick GMC, NewFi Lending, Armanino LLP, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Greenlight Simulation Drivers Training for Teens, and Lennox Homes.
Spartans now going from right to left here on De La Salle TV as they switch sides of the field. Now at the Wolves' 47-yard line, 1st down and 10. Knight takes his snap with Jefferson going in motion. He hands off to Jefferson. Jefferson running over the right side, using that speed, gets inside the 40s. He steps out of bounds, but a penalty marker.
Yeah, I think they got a blocking foul on this side. Might have been Turner Madge.
We'll see if we pick it up here.
Offense, 10-yard penalty.
Yep.
First down.
He was holding the Wolves, Tyler Peterson. Get a look at the history between these teams. They're meeting for the 26th time all-time, De La Salle and San Ramon Valley. Spartans 24-0-1. Those two games last year are two of the closest games ever in this meeting. The first ever meeting was a 7-7 tie back in 1983. Braden Knight at quarterback on first down and 15. Wants to throw. He's got Robert Williams again. Williams goes to the turf to make the catch.
Touchdown by Henry Ellis.
Gets the penalty yards back and one more, 6-yard pickup, and it's second down and 9.
That 7-7 tie was considered kind of a milestone in the early Ladouceur years, his 4th season. And it's kind of like, oh, how can you play with San Ramon? They had lost to Cal High a couple of times.
Okay.
And open the opening season game.
Dominick Kelly gets the carry, and Dominick Kelly using that strength to get it inside the 40-yard line, close to a first down, a couple of yards shy, but Kelly running hard. That's something Coach Allenbaugh felt his guys could do better from the meetings last year against San Ramon Valley. He thought his guys could run a little bit better this time around, and they've done that thus far. It's going to be third down and 2 after the Kelly 7-yard pickup.
Thomas Carpenter, the first to make contact.
Deuce Jones-Drew and Derek Blanche lined up, split behind Braden Knight, the junior quarterback, on 3rd and 2. Hands off. That's Blanche, and Blanche just tripped up. He gets the first down as he falls forward to the 36. If he didn't get tripped up there, he could have had big yardage.
Stein tripped him up.
Yeah, Blanche had some space here. So we watch the replay.
The play is a first down, 1st and 10, De La Salle at the Wolves 36.
And just clipped by number 40 there.
First down for the night in the Spartans. Kelly to his right. Motion Ant Dean. And here's a pass to Dean. Dean catches, turns it upfield inside the 30. He's got a first down inside the 25-yard line. And that will be one. Damon might have to go to the tape to determine whether that was a pass or a run later on.
You know me too well. I think it's a lateral, but it's we'll definitely take a look at it. Either way, it's a nice play, and Ant Dean with some good yards. They're down to the 23 now, 13-yard pickup.
It's a 13-yard gain and Spartan first down.
Spartan started this back at the 28-yard line as Knight gets behind center. And this time he gives a pitch. This is Deuce Jones-Drew. Takes it back between the tackles and inside the 20-yard line.
Pitch to Jones-Drew. Tackled by Jason Doyle.
Heading into that play, De La Salle already had 103 yards to 5 for San Ramon Valley.
Spartans coming into this one averaging 358 yards a contest, 37.8 points per game. Second down and 6. Knight wants to throw. Out of the backfield, he finds Dominick Kelly. Kelly takes up the sideline before he's pushed out of bounds. And Dominick Kelly has the catch, his first reception of the year.
There you see it, just a straight screen release out of the backfield play.
Sets up a 1st and goal. Spartans looking for their 5th touchdown of the night. We're inside 9 minutes to go in the first half. Blanche, the lone back behind Knight. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Spartans. 28-0 our score, 8:52 to go in the first half. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Lemurs Buick GMC. Spartans have a 1st and goal coming up. They're at the San Ramon Valley 9-yard line. Already 4 touchdowns on the board for the home side on this senior night. Dylan Scott, receiver wide to the right. Braden Knight behind center. Hands off Blanche. Blanche, a big hole off the right side. Blanche churning those legs, takes it inside the 5-yard line.
So San Ramon Valley keeps on running that little run blitz, and it's coming on the left side here mostly. And so then they get the blocking and open up the hole on the right side off the right tackle.
Scott with the tackle for San Ramon.
5-yard pickup to make it 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal from the 4.
Blanche already 1 touchdown tonight. Takes him inside the 5 here, so Knight will hand off. This time it's going to be Kelly. Kelly looking for Pater into the end zone. Touchdown, Dominick Kelly.
4 yards and De La Salle touchdown.
Kelly picks up his 8th touchdown of the year, and it's 34-0 Spartans.
Kelly, the power back of the big 3, and again, he has big opening on that side. He's getting Wyatt Ferguson and Ossie opening the hole for him, and an easy 4-yard run.
Impressive drive for the Spartans.
From the hold of Reed
Took up over 7 minutes. Gianluca Deneroff on to kick the extra point. Boots it through. It's actually Reed Lawrence on the hold tonight. Lucas Platzbecker the lawn snapping. It's 35-0 Spartans. You're watching De La Salle TV.
San Ramon 0. De La Salle 14 plays and 72 yards, ending the 4-yard touchdown run by Dominick Kelly.
Justin Urabari kicking off. He's had a couple touchbacks already tonight. Spartans just went 14 plays, 72 yards in 7 minutes and 4 seconds. Dominick Kelly, the 4-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0. An awesome start on senior night for De La Salle. This kickoff is going to go in the end zone as well.
Urabari's kick goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think we had a discussion once during a game, so apologies if we didn't, but kicking off into the end zone is like a good thing, especially in high school. For several years, De La Salle had kickers who always kicked it off into the end zone, got touchbacks. And the last few years they haven't, and kind of mid-season here, suddenly we're seeing the touchbacks again.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's intentional is what I'm getting at.
Well, Urabari had 4 touchbacks and 37 kickoffs coming in tonight, but already 3 tonight, giving him 7 on the year.
It's like, we're done screwing around. Put it in the end zone.
The Spartan coverage units have been very good when they haven't gotten in the end zone. As Thompson wants to throw, pump fakes, goes deep up the left sideline. He's got his man Scott. Terrific throw, and Scott can't come up with it.
Incomplete, intended for Owen Scott.
I think Dylan. Oh, is that Jefferson on that side? Yeah, sorry. Jaden Jefferson gets his hand in there late. He's beaten. The throw's a little bit underthrown, and that gives him just enough time to get his hands in there and to knock it away.
Great call as Jefferson did just that. He had 5 solo tackles, including a tackle for a loss in the game in London against the NFL Academy. Thompson, 2 receivers off to his left side, got an H-back that direction as well, and he said he hands off to Garibaldi. Garibaldi puts his head down as he gets hit past the 25-yard line. Nico Baumgartner in on the stop, and Dean also there along with Spate.
Emery Spate also in on the stop.
Looks like he got about 6. And Spate with the contact there.
4 yards to go for a first down for the Wolves. Got Samuel Avalos in the backfield now, but we're going to get a timeout by San Ramon's side with 7:33 to go in the first half. All De La Salle, 35-0. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino. Possible redefined.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com. 3rd down and 4 for the Wolves out of the San Ramon timeout. We're almost midway through the second quarter. Rhett Thompson, the senior quarterback, as a man go in motion. That's Owen Scott. Thompson, quickly under pressure again, steps up to throw. His pass is going to be complete, and there is a terrific tackle made by Landon Miller. The freshman brings him down shy of the 30-yard line to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he was teed up there and ready to go. Leonides, after Thompson has to step up, Leonides is there for the release, and Landon just lifts him up and puts him down. That's could be a penalty sometimes, by the way.
They quickly get to the line and try a sneak on 4th down, and this is going to be very close whether he got it or not, and he did not get it, judging by the way they're spotting this football.
Yeah, it's off a touchback, so he has to get to the edge of the line. And right now, one of the linesmen is holding his foot down short. That's definitely short.
Yeah, you got to get to the 30, and so the Spartans will take over on downs.
1st and 10 on the San Ramon 29.
It's a good idea, especially with the struggles they've had to go right to the line and try and do something, try and catch the Spartans off guard, but didn't work, and now De La Salle's 29.5 yards away from another score. Might be moot at this point.
Yeah. Spartans scoring 28 of their 35 points in the opening quarter, and they've got 1st down and 10 from the 29. Toa Fa'abai back in at quarterback after Knight ran the last series. Kelly and Blanche split behind him. Spartan quarterback, hard count, is going to keep it himself. Fakes the pitch, goes straight up the middle of the field, takes inside the 20, and brought down inside the 15-yard line by San Ramon's Tyler Peterson, the outside linebacker.
16-yard gain and a Spartan 1st down at the San Ramon 13.
So you see it. Favai, he's got Blanche as the option. He kind of pump fakes it, but he feels he has enough of a hole, and he's able to step out of one tackle, and finally Peterson brings him down around the 12 or so. Call it the 13.
Blanche is the lone back with Favai. Asiasi's going to be in the slot on the right side. And his 4 receiver set, and it's Favai throwing. Pass across the middle, deflected, picked off by Marco Jones. Jones takes it up the left side of the field, hurdles over a man, and is upended past the 20-yard line. So Marco Jones with the interception, his first interception of this year. He also picked off a pass against the Spartans in the NCS championship game last year, and hopefully he's okay as he's lying on his back on the front of the Wolves bench.
Well, we'll see what happens there. It looked to me like just a great athletic. It's a little bit of a wobbly ball, but a great athletic play by Jones to get up on it off his feet and make the interception.
Following Marco Jones' 19-yard interception return, San Ramon's ball 1st and 10 from their own 22.
So Spartans came in with 2 turnovers in their first 6 games of the season. They've got 2 tonight. The good news for them is they've forced 3 of them from the Wolves. So the Wolves take over down 35-0 at their own 21-yard line.
Jasper Buttles was the one that Jones was trying to hurdle, and he'll get credit for the tackle there.
Told you Jones had that interception in the NCS final last year. Just a terrific game he had in that one. He had 7 solo tackles, 10 assisted tackles, along with that pick last year. Rhett Thompson, hands off. Looking for space is Avalos.
Hand off to Samuel Avalos.
Samuel Avalos, senior running back.
By Landon Miller.
Pick up 4. Avalos still in the game. Hopefully Garibaldi's okay. We haven't seen him the last several plays or so for the Wolves. Thompson looking to his left the whole time. In front of the Wolves bench, his pass complete. Good timing pattern there, and a catch made by Owen Scott.
Out of bounds to the 36-yard line. 11-yard gain and a San Ramon first
He'll
down.
pick up 11 for Scott. You see here, Scott came into this one 479 yards receiving, 34 catches, 6 touchdowns on the year. Senior is going to be playing his college ball at UC Davis.
Good ball, nice and high in a space, and Scott just takes it out of bounds. Get the first down, keep moving.
This time they're going to hand the ball off to Ryan Cassius, and he gets hit hard in front of the Wolves bench. Jaden Jefferson, who only goes 5'8", 160, but don't tell him he's not physical. Landon Miller also a big hit over there. I guess maybe it was more Miller on that end of the field.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36.
Kind of both of them,
yeah.
They looked like they were one person coming in and hitting them together. Jefferson took the credit for it, though, so.
He's got seniority.
Yeah, exactly.
Miller, the freshman, Jefferson, the junior. 2nd down and 10. Here's Thompson across the middle. His pass incomplete. Receiver never turned around. Max Leonides again.
Thompson's pass incomplete.
Leonides, he's not usually their top target, kind of a safety valve most of the time, but the Spartans are getting pressure and forcing the ball out of Thompson's hand quickly, and they're getting good coverage in the secondary, so I think Thompson's going to be looking for him a little bit more.
Thompson's got a 3rd down and 10 now from his own 36 after the Marco Jones interception. Thompson rolls to his right side, has to step up, and now he's got guys in front of him, and the green shirts are surrounding him and will bring him to the turf. Matthew Johnson, along with Nico Baumgartner, combining on the 3rd sack of the night.
From Matthew Johnson.
Well, De La Salle pressure. One of the things about playing quarterback at against De La Salle, not only is it, you hear about De La Salle's pressure and all that stuff, but it's not just that. It's also these guys are not used to getting pressured. This guy probably takes his line out to dinner every week and all that, kept clean in most games, and now suddenly you got all these guys, Johnson and Talona and Baumgartner in your face.
Another good punt here. Ant Dean calling for the fair catch, and he'll make the catch outside his 36-yard line. 3:55 to go in the first half. Yeah, it's quite a big jump when you go from Hayward, Granada, Cal up to De La Salle.
Exactly.
The Wolves also have wins this year against Clayton Valley. Good blowout win against McClymonds. And their most impressive win was the opening game against St. Ignatius, 28-10 win there. St. Ignatius, one of the 3 West Catholic League teams that's 3-0 in league.
Yeah, that's probably their strongest win of the year. The Cal High win, probably the 2nd toughest team they've faced.
Here is Toa Fa'avai on play action. He's going to run for it. Breaks an ankle tackle, takes it to the 45-yard line. There's Marco Jones spinning him around. The officials blew the whistle, and Fa'avai actually his knees never hit the turf.
Did you hear a whistle?
Yes.
Then he's done.
Let's see it again. See if he
hit or not. I mean, you're up 35-0. The outrage has to be at least a little muted. No,
it did. Yep.
His
good
knee
call.
hit right there. Settle down, everyone.
2nd down and a couple for a first down. Fa'avai's got Blanche to his left. 3 receivers to the right side. He's looking right. His pass going to be caught. That's Dylan Scott again. Busy start for Scott, the sophomore who came in with 3 catches on the year. He picks up the first down. They needed 2. He got 3.
Braden Forschler with the tackle. We haven't called his name a lot, and he's been a terrific player all year.
Senior linebacker, here's Fa'avai keeping it himself off the right side. Again, breaks an arm tackle, takes it up the sideline in front of the Wolves bench. He's brought down shy of the first down. Tackle made by Caleb Pleiss.
Spartans not wasting any time.
2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 from the 43-yard line. Fa'avai runs the one way. Deuce Jones-Drew goes the other. Deuce Jones-Drew gets the handoff and picks up a first down inside the 40.
Jones got the tackle, but that was Forschler who slowed him up there. And again, the Spartans right up to the line.
2:20 and counting to go in the first half. Spartans already up 35-0. Vai looking to his left. Pass caught. Dean's got blockers in front. And Dean makes a nice move at the 30. Dean takes it down close to the 20-yard line. Came into this game, 7 catches, 57 yards, and he gets good yardage here for another first down.
Just a little swing out to the left here. Blockers downfield. And it looks like San Ramon Valley is going to call timeout here.
With the Spartans on the move and 2:01 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this. You're watching De La Salle TV, brought to you in part by Lemurs Buick GMC.
I've onboarded 100,000 people and seen firsthand how culture change saves millions and drives innovation. Our purpose? Helping organizations thrive by unlocking their talent's full potential. Uncommon potential, extraordinary results.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Terrific start on senior night for the Spartans, up 35-0. They have the ball at the Wolves' 20-yard line. First down and 10. Now the San Ramon timeout. Dominick Kelly into the game. He's to the left of Toa Vai. The left-handed quarterback looking to throw across the middle of the field. Pass is deflected and intercepted again. Too high for Jefferson, and off to the deflection. The Wolves get the pick. Second interception they've had in the end zone. Their third interception overall in the night. That was Jack Pruitt, the sophomore.
Pruitt's been a really good cornerback for them all year. Obviously overthrows Jefferson, so it's a tip ball. And that's the second interception of the year for Pruitt. And it's still 35-0, but a couple of nice turns of events lately for the Wolves.
Well, if you have told me the Spartans would have 3 turnovers in the first half, certainly wouldn't predict this score. They had just 2 turnovers all year coming into tonight.
You know, those guys on TV always tell you have to win the turnover. It's a lie. It's not true. You don't have to win the turnover battle. Score 35 points, you're fine.
Yeah. Here's Garibaldi. Good to see him back in the game after he missed some snaps, but he runs right into the middle of the Spartan defensive line, gets a rude greeting from Maya Long with Matthew Johnson.
It's a lot of beef there.
A lot of strength. Those guys putting in good work in the weight room. Strength coach Mark Wine. No gain on the play.
Now they're taking their time. I think they would very much like to not give the ball back to De La Salle.
Here's Thompson passing. It's Scott who makes a good move at the 25-yard line, puts his head down and gets tackled shy of the first down.
Anthony Dean with the tackle.
Dean playing the outside linebacker spot there to make the stop. And the Wolves, again, taking their time as we're now at 50 seconds and counting to go in this first half. It's third down and a couple.
I think they feel they've had enough excitement for one night.
Thompson wants a pass, and Nico Baumgartner breaks it up. He had terrific coverage on the Wolves' Max Leonides.
Intended for Leonides.
Spartan defense has been on point. The clock stops with 36 seconds left. The Wolves bring the punt unit on the field.
Right now, nobody deep for De La Salle. Can't imagine that there's a fake coming up on 4th and 2 down this much.
And the punter Kicks it towards the Spartans sideline. Kicked it out of bounds. He could have ran off more clock if he kicked it up the middle of the field.
Well, he's trying to kick the corner.
Ball goes at about the 45-yard line, 27-yard punt. De La Salle takes over.
27 seconds left in the first half. Spartans, of course, they've scored with less time on the clock. And they still have a couple of timeouts remaining.
Let's see what they want to do here. I have a feeling they're not looking for the juggler here.
Toa Avai wants to set up a screen pass, and it was almost intercepted again. Caleb Pleiss went up to bat it and could have came up with San Ramon's fourth interception there.
I think I would take that as a hand also. It's a release play. Robinson's releasing on Pleiss to go downfield and block for Blanche after he catches the ball, so it's intentional to let him through, but you're not supposed to let him do that.
Here's Blanche. Blanche spinning his way from a tackle and gets stopped shy of midfield. Jack Pruitt there in on the stop. And the Spartans will take their 35-0 lead into the locker room. Senior night going very well for the home team. Spartans lead at 35-0 in this battle of top 20 state-ranked teams. We'll take a break. You're watching De La Salle TV.
My name's Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be, going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord, as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have two sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I in the dust.
Them bones, them hopping bones, them bones, them hopping bones, them hopping bones. Now shake them skeleton bones.
Line Colin Kent.
It is senior night here at De La Salle. The football team was honored before the game, and now the excellent Spartan marching band being honored. Your team also will be honored tonight for senior night. Spartans making the most of this one. They lead at 35-0 at the break, along with Damon Esper, Pat O'Rourke with you, also part of our team. Our cameraman upstairs, Tony Dickert, and Tim Banks, our director here downstairs. This game got off to another exciting start as Jaden Jefferson returned the opening kickoff 89 yards for a touchdown. The Justin Yorabari extra point made it 7-0. On San Ramon Valley's second play from scrimmage, they had a bad exchange, fumbled the football. The Spartans picked it up at the Wolves' 16-yard line. It just took 2 plays for the Spartans to get in the end zone again. Deuce Jones drew the 5-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0 after another Yorabari extra point. 2 plays, 16 yards. It took 27 seconds. The Wolves went 3-and-out on their second possession, giving the Spartans the football back again with good field position at the San Ramon 34-yard line. After a couple passes to Dylan Scott to open the possession, the Spartans were set up at the 13-yard line, and Derek Blanche ran it into the end zone from 13 yards out. The extra point was blocked, so it made it 20-0 as the Spartans went 3 plays, 34 yards in a minute and 7 seconds. So they led this game 20-0 over 5 minutes into the contest. Again, the Wolves on their third possession threw an interception. It was Emery Spate who got the interception, and he set up the Spartans at the 45-yard line of San Ramon, but Toa Abai was picked off by Henry Ellis on the very next play, giving the Wolves the football back. But wouldn't you know it, after a delay of game, it was Rhett Thompson throwing a pick. Bubba Vargas got the interception, and Vargas took the interception the other way to make it 26-0, and Jaden Jefferson caught the pass for the 2-point conversion to make it 28-0. That was with about 5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It was 28-0. After 3-and-out by the Wolves, the Spartans took over at their own 28-yard line with 3:19 to go in the opening quarter, and they would embark on their longest possession of the night. 14 plays, 72 yards. It took over 7 minutes. It was mostly on the ground, but they did have a 4th down and 6 conversion on a pass from from Braden Knight to Robert Williams for a first down on that 4th down. And the Spartans later got a Dominick Kelly 4-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0 after Gianluca Deneroff's extra point. 35-0 Spartans led. That was with about 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. San Ramon Valley turned it over on downs. They could not get the yard on 4th and 1 from their own 29, but the Spartans, 2 plays later, it was Avai's pass picked off and across the middle of the field by Marco Jones, giving the possession right back to the Wolves. The Wolves would pick up 1 first down before punting the ball to the Spartans. Spartans took over at their own 36-yard line. They would get inside Wolves territory again, but again, Avai's pass was intercepted on a pass that was too high for Jefferson, deflected off him, intercepted by Jack Pruitt. Gave the Wolves the ball back with 1:54 to go in the half. They would go 3-and-out again, as they really struggled to do much against the Spartan defense in that first half. Spartans would run out the final 27 seconds, and that's where we stand now, 35-0 at the halftime break, and Damon's got the first half stats.
Indeed I do. Let's take a look here. Team-wise, as dominant as the scoreboard, De La Salle 32 offensive plays, only 189 yards, that's a decent half, but not overwhelming. But, of course, the kickoff return and some other stuff, short field. San Ramon Valley just 26 plays on 23 offensive plays, 12 rushes for negative 26 yards. That, of course, includes 20 yards of sack yardage on 2 sacks. Rhett Thompson, 6 for 11, 52 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. 6 carries for Rhett, negative 35 yards. Again, there's some sacks in there that have been bringing those numbers down. Owen Scott, 3 catches on 4 targets, 31 yards. Evan Economos, 1 catch for 11 yards on his only target. The Spartans running the ball 20 times, 126 yards. Toa Avai, 5 for 46 to lead the way. Deuce Jones-Drew, 5 for 25 and a touchdown. Derek Blanche, 5 for 23 and a touchdown. Avai, not pretty, 4 for 8 throwing the ball, 3 interceptions, 40 yards. Braden Knight, 3 for 4 for 23 yards. Dylan Scott, the leading receiver, 3 for 22 on all 3 targets. Robert Williams has 2 for 13 on 2 targets. Ant Dean a catch for 18 yards. It's just kind of ridiculous, all the turnovers that we saw there in the first half. But a little bit of a sloppy game both ways, but more sloppy for San Ramon Valley. They have really, really, really struggled to get things working and just have nothing on offense. The multiple turnovers and just not really just looking out of sync. And I think it's overrated. We hear people all the time saying, well, they weren't ready for this game. They were nervous. They got stars in their eyes. And I normally think that's bunk. I really do. I think that we just say that in the media. But, I mean, those 2 missed handoffs to start the game, one of which they lose, and things like that shouldn't be happening with an undefeated team this deep in a season playing in the big game. This is a little bit of nerves is one thing. That was just sloppy.
Yeah, they're not getting the Wolves' best this tonight, but the Spartans have something to do with that, of course, as well. But they've also scored points off the turnovers, where San Ramon has not scored points off the Spartan turnovers. I mean, the Spartans got a direct points, with the interception return for a touchdown, but also scored points after one of the other turnovers as well. So they
took advantage of the short field. They get the fumble and they go right in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what a good team is supposed to do. Just, we got at the 23, we don't kick a field goal,
Yeah. So the Spartans 35-0 at the break. They've dominated this one up to this point. This is one of the games going on in the state involving ranked teams. Really in the Bay Area, it's not the only one. You got St. Francis ranked 22nd at 20th ranked St. Ignatius tonight, a big one in the West Catholic League. Those 2 teams, along with Valley Christian, are 3-0 in WCAL play. Also tonight at SoFi Stadium in LA, second-ranked St. John Bosco taking on fifth-ranked Servite. Mater Dei, the top-ranked team in the country and in the state, they're at seventh-ranked J. Sarah tonight. Orange Lutheran also in that Trinity League, 4th ranked. They're playing 13th ranked Santa Margarita. Pittsburgh ranks 11 in the state. They're playing at Heritage over in East County. You also got St. Mary's of Stockton. They're ranked 29th in the state. They're playing Edison tonight. I mentioned that because that's a league game, and it's good to see Edison back in the league with St. Mary's. That's one of the teams that St. Mary's really dominated that league. Haven't really had too much competition. Edison is a team that actually has beaten them, like recently. When I say recently, like within the last 5 years. Also tonight in 39th ranked Clovis is at 18th ranked Clovis East in the central part of the state, and one game tomorrow, that will be 30th ranked Sarah. I'll be doing that one against Midi tomorrow. That will be on FanView, and Max Preps is that's one of the other games going on this weekend. So those are some of the other games involving top ranked teams in the state.
I wanted to mention we tuned you in our hotel room last Saturday on the Sarah game.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, we saw it was kind of the fourth quarter. It was right when they gave up the touchdown, but then immediately put them down, and so yeah.
What time was that at night?
It was sometime at night. We were in a Hilton, and we're sort of assuming they got like some American ESPN or something where you can watch some college football, and there's nothing. I'm like, you know what? Pat's on the Sarah game, and my brother goes onto the computer, and we got the VPN, so we're able to get the American internet, and we enjoyed it.
Nice. Well, tune in tomorrow if you're not busy. Of course, you're going to have the college football options tomorrow. So
that's right, I will have college football options.
All right, we're at halftime, 35-0. Spartans lead it. We'll take another timeout. You're watching De La Salle TV.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School. Trust the
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Rubino Counseling Services is proud to be celebrating 25 years of treating the mental health needs of teenagers, families, and trauma victims, including first responders in our community. Rubino Counseling Services is owned and operated by De La Salle alumnus Dr. Michael Rubino and Carondelet alumni Erica and Jessica Valley. We want to thank De La Salle for their continued support, and we look forward to working with you for years to come. Remember, call Rubino Counseling Services for any mental health needs at 925-827-9876. Special rates are available for De La Salle and Carondelet families.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino. Possible redefined.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Neil Diamond blasting here at Owen Owens Field. It's a feel-good kind of night for the home team. On senior night, the Spartans lead at 35-0, scoring 28 of those 35 points in the first 6.5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned boat racing, we used to call it. Just jumping on him with the kickoff return, with the fumble, with the quick score, with everything happening, and just dominating it. The stats are dominant anyway, and to have that 14 points at the beginning thanks to the kickoff return and turnover, just, it's unfair sometimes having to play De La Salle. Marco Jones is very unofficial, as I always say with my tackle stats, but he's got 4 solo and 1 assisted tackle.
So, you mentioned how he had that huge game in the playoff game last year and more or less under control, though he did hit Jaden Jefferson on that one run pretty good.
Yeah, and Deuce Jones-Drew.
Deuce Jones-Drew, yeah.
Yeah, but
and announced his presence with authority.
Yes. We'll see how the Wolves offense responds here. It's really, as Damon mentioned before, only 26 yards in the first half. Of course, that yards total was hurt by some sacks, but still, it's you expected a little bit more from the Wolves team that came in averaging 35 points and 356 yards a contest. Justin Yorabari will kick off. Owen Scott and Evan Economos back to return. It's going to be Economos from the 11. And Economos going to pitch it to Scott. Scott tries to split a couple would-be tacklers. He gets past the 20-yard line. Landon Miller and Emery Spate in on the stop.
Tackled by Landon Miller.
Tried a little razzle-dazzle there. And Scott gets through one guy, but Miller and Spate able to bring him down.
This has been right around the area where the Wolves have usually started their possessions. Again, they have 3 first-half turnovers, as do the Spartans. So we start the second half with Rhett Thompson at quarterback, Matthew Garibaldi, the running back, to his left side, and the senior wants to throw the ball to Scott, and Scott makes the catch along the sideline. Spade on the coverage.
Pushed out of bounds by Emery Spate.
That's going to be 8 yards. They had 3 first downs in the first half, so another stat to show De La Salle's defensive dominance out here.
2nd and 2. Thompson will hand off Garibaldi. Garibaldi hasn't had much room to run tonight. He goes out to his right side, and he takes a big shot, and there is Jaden Jefferson again.
That looked a little clothesline-ish, and Garibaldi is down, and Becker coming out, and he doesn't look too happy. See how this actually went live. It looked pretty violent. Oof.
Jefferson using, got him in his right shoulder. Garibaldi still having trouble getting to his sideline. He seemed to make his move over there and then went back down again.
Well, they told him to get back down like a fighter after he gets hit, but they're checking him out. And the De La Salle training staff running across the field to check on him, so it's going to be a bit.
Spartan fans might remember Garibaldi wearing number 24 last year, wears number 4 this year. He was the 2nd leading rusher for the Wolves last season, behind the quarterback, Luke Baker, as he had 441 rushing yards last year.
Well, they've got his helmet off as everybody checks him.
Get a look at Justin Allenbaugh on the Spartan sideline. A terrific record, 130-19. He won 2 games, and his winning percentage went up only 1 point. That's when you have such a high winning percentage already. He wanted his team to play with more physicality tonight than we saw in the last year's games against San Ramon Valley, and they've certainly met that challenge in this one. Concern is with Matthew Garibaldi, 5'8", 175-pound seniors, ran for over 1,100 yards over these last 2 seasons, coming off his best game, 226 yards against Cal and 2 touchdowns last week, and they needed that. They were in a dogfight with Cal last week, came away with a 38-26 win.
Has 5 yards tonight, I'm counting 2 yards on that play, so he's 4 for 5 tonight.
So we'll take a timeout. Well, seems like Garibaldi's getting helped up now.
They just needed you to go to commercial, then he was getting up. Now they're pulling him up.
Hope he's right, obviously, and the Wolves have played 7 games, Spartans is 6, so the Wolves still have a bye left this year. So I'm just bring that up so that maybe if he does miss time, hopefully it won't be too long for the Wolves. Obviously, they got their big rivalry game with Monte Vista still to come this year.
I see Michael Urbaran, their backup quarterback, just suddenly started to throw on the sidelines, so there may also be an adjustment here in terms of, okay, we can't afford to get guys hurt. Even though it's still pretty early in the second half, the issue's decided. Maybe bring some backups in. We'll see.
So Garibaldi goes to the sideline, and we'll be ready to resume here shortly. It's first down and actually third.
It's going to be third and one. It's less than a yard. The reason I gave him 2 is it looked like it was out to the 32, but right now it's maybe a foot shy. So third and one statistically.
So third down and 1. The Spartans stopped the Wolves earlier this game in 4th and 1. The running back out there now is Cole Eichten, a junior.
Play resumes 3rd and 1.
Rhett Thompson still in at quarterback. He's got Scott to his left side. Thompson looks the other way. Pass is going to be complete to Tyler Peterson for a first down.
Dartez runs him out of bounds, but not until he gains enough yard for San Ramon first down. 1st and 10 at the 33.
So the Wolves move the chains. We're just underway in the third quarter. Spartans leading this one 35-0. Scott, again, the receiver wide to the left, covered by Spate. Spartans playing without Jaden Nicholas tonight, who had a pick 6 in the last year's regular season meeting. Here's Scott making the catch, makes a move on Scott, tackled from behind by Jacob Dartez, close to a first down. And it is a first down.
10-yard gain.
So their 4th and 5th first downs of the game.
Scott, overwhelmingly the top target, not only this year, but last year as well. He had 84 catches, 1,405 yards last year. Nobody else had more than 24 catches or 366 yards on the Wolves. Here's Thompson looking for Scott. Up the sidelines, pass going to be incomplete. And a flag comes down. They're going to say, I believe, Spate grabbed Scott as he made a move along the sideline.
So he's trying to make a double move here, a zigzag, and Spate's on him, and there was definitely contact here when he made his second move, and it was at least 5 yards downfield, so it's going to be defensive holding on Spate there.
And they'll move the football to the Spartan side of the 50.
Defensive holding 10 yards in high school as opposed to 5 in the NFL, but it's the same concept. You can make contact in your first 5 yards, and then you have to be hands off.
So the Wolves trying to get something going, have not had much of a drive this evening. They hand the ball off and nowhere to go for the ball carrier, Eichten. Eichten came into this game with 8 carries, 32 yards on the season. He loses 1.
He's down to 31.
Another tackle for a loss. The Spartan defense has come through in that department. Plenty of negative plays for the San Ramon Valley offense. 2nd and 11. Eichten stays in the game to the left of Thompson. Thompson takes his shotgun snap. Wants to throw far side of the field. His pass complete, but not much yardage as Dartez is trying to bring down Economos, and he finally does. Economos, the guy who caught touchdowns in both games against the Spartans last year.
D'Artez listed at 5'9", 175. Economos is only listed at 5'11", but you can see that there's a bigger difference in 2 inches there.
Economos ends up picking up a yard, so it's 3rd down and 10. Still in the first possession of the second half. Thompson again looking to his right again, far sideline, caught. That's Economos again, close to the first down. And it is a first down for San Ramon Valley.
You watch a drive like this and you're going, okay, well, like, why couldn't they do that in the first half? And it's just, well, they couldn't.
Economos came in, 18 catches, 427 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So he has 16 fewer catches than Scott coming in, but 1 more touchdown. He's averaging 23.7 per catch. Here's Thompson. Under pressure, he goes down again. Matthew Johnson along with DJ Asiasi tackle him for another Spartan sack.
I think that's their 3rd of the game. 4th. All right. I stand corrected. That's why I should look it up rather than actually trying to do it from memory.
Spartans came into this one with 11 sacks through the first 6 games. You get a look at that one. Got 4 tonight. Really looking to improve their defensive numbers this evening. Opponents were averaging 5.4 yards per play coming in to tonight against the Spartan defense. Normally that number a little lower as, again, Thompson sacked again. Baumgartner, Talona, Johnson all meet at the quarterback.
Yard loss, 3rd down from the 48.
1st and 10 turns into 3rd and 21 after 2 sacks.
Talona definitely gets credit, and Baumgartner will split it that way.
Tough to keep your eyes downfield as a quarterback when you get that kind of constant pressure up the middle. 3rd and 21. They'll hand off and nowhere to go for the running back. Another tackle for a loss. That was Asiasi.
DJ Asiasi, 2-yard loss, 4th down from midfield.
So a very promising drive ending up in another punt here for San Ramon Valley.
Miles in the punt, Dean deep to return.
Sebastian Miles' punt is going to be a short punt. It's going to bounce to the Spartan 19, take a Wolves bounce, and roll inside the 10. And the Spartans will have their worst field position of the night.
Miles' 45-yard punt down to the 5-yard line.
You could see Dean was thinking about it. I was like, no, Ant, no.
Want to point out Spartan water polo team in action. They are playing at the North-South Challenge at Sacred Heart Prep, and they're playing some of the top teams in the country. Spartans went in as the 8th-ranked team in the country in water polo. They beat Harvard Westlake yesterday 12-9, who Harvard Westlake was 3rd in the country. They played Mater Dei today, who's 7th in the country. They beat Mater Dei 16-8. Spartans have first down from inside their 5-yard line. Braden Knight into the game. He hands off Derek Blanche. Blanche breaks a tackle to 10, gets past the 15 and close to the 20-yard line. Spartans get some breathing room after starting at their own 5-yard line. Spartans tonight were playing Newport Harbor, the number 1 team in the country.
Wow.
Blanche picks up 14.
First down at their own 19.
Braden Knight with Morgan going in motion, hands off. This is Dominick Kelly, big hole. Dominick Kelly up the middle. Dominick Kelly into San Ramon territory, looking to go the distance. He's going to go 81 yards.
Dominick Kelly, 81 yards.
The senior makes it 41-0 Spartans.
Well, one of the reasons this year's De La Salle team is so much better than the last few years is they've got about 4 guys who can really, really bust it on offense, and Kelly's one of them, along with Blanche, Jones-Drew, and Favai. And each of them's a little different in how they run the ball. Kelly there, he's more the power guy, but that time he got across the line, and then he had 80 yards of open space.
Yeah, great job by the guys up front creating that big hole where he didn't even get touched. Gianluca Deneroff with the extra point out of the Lawrence hold, and the Spartans lead 42-0. 6:09 to go in the third. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants. Do you know? $42-0 Spartans, 2 plays, 95 yards. The 81-yard touchdown run by Dominick Kelly after Derek Blanche's 14-yard run started off the possession. They get their first points of the second half on their first possession of the second half. And Justin Yorabari, who has been kicking balls into the end zone for touchbacks tonight, will kick from left to right. And this one is going to be another touchback for Yorabari.
Kick lands in the end zone for a touchback.
Spartans in action against San Ramon Valley tonight. They're home again next week against Monte Vista. These back-to-back home games after the Spartans did not have a home game for over a month. Their last home game before tonight was on September 13th against St. Francis. 42-7 win. Next week will be their final regular season home game. They'll end the season on the road at Cal and at Clayton Valley.
Spartans subbing their defense here.
2 receivers to the left of Rhett Thompson. Still in the game at running back, Cole Eichten. Thompson, again, under pressure. He's going to run for it. You don't see him do this very often. He slides down past the 25-yard line.
Slides down at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Made a quick decision on that one. And I'm not going to tell anyone how to coach their guy, but if I'm not sure I want Rhett running the ball in this situation.
I think he was just so used to a lineman being on top of him in 1.5 seconds. He said, I just better get out of here.
Sure.
But yeah, I agree with you. As Thompson hands off, and this is Eichten.
Eichten, the ball carrier. Bubba Vargas on the stop. 3-yard gain, 3rd and 2 at the 28.
Eichten to the right of Thompson here on 3rd and 2. Leonidas goes in motion, handoff Eichten. Eichten looking for the first down marker. He gets it as Landon Miller makes the stop.
By Miller. It was a 3-yard gain and a San Ramon first down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
Of course, we don't know what would happen when Pittsburgh and De La Salle match up with one another, but I think this kind of solidifies maybe Pittsburgh's hold as at least the second best team in Northern California, at least in the Northern Coast section or whatever, in terms of that, it's not sure what would happen when they meet the Spartans, but you have to think Pittsburgh, when their terrific team would play a little bit more competitively than this.
Yeah, you might feel that way, although, again, this is a good De La Salle team again.
Pass across the middle is going to be caught. That's Leonidas, and Leonidas is tackled inside Spartan territory by Danny Schaefer.
36 yards on the pickup. Good protection. Williams was actually coming in on the blitz, and you get your posts there and it's open in the seam.
Like Danny Schaefer.
Biggest play of the night for the Wolves.
San Ramon first down.
And they're inside Spartan territory for the, and it's a handoff. That's going to be Eichten again. And Eichten, as a flag comes down, takes it to the 25-yard line.
As I sort this out, we have a winning raffle number.
Looked like it was either a face mask or something of that sort at the end of the play. We'll get the signal here. No, it's a late hold. It was a downfield hold.
0550-185. Come meet Phil Donahue, the front of the press box at the 50-yard line, the front of the bleachers. Again, 0550-185.
So it's going to mean 1st and 12 for the Wolves
Thank you for your support and the $179
from the 35-yard line.
Spartan Academic Fund.
Spartans, a few new players, a few starters still out there. You got Vargas and Miller on the field. Robert Williams playing safety.
Whole new line.
Yes. Here's Thompson. Thompson steps up to throw. He's got a man. It is caught. Touchdown Wolves. That's Evan Economos on the reception, the 35-yard touchdown catch, and San Ramon Valley is on the board with over 3 minutes to go in the third.
Looked like it might have been another post. We'll take a look here. Economos is on the left side. He's looking right originally for Scott, and Economos just wide open behind Scott, the Spartan, and plenty of space there to pull that in.
The extra point try by Noah Hersey is good to make it 42-7. So Evan Economos has caught a touchdown pass in each of the last 3 games involving the Spartans and Wolves. Spartans, though, up 35. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented by Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants.
80 yards, ending the 35-yard touchdown pass from Rhett Thompson to Evan Economos.
Caden Stein kicking off for the Wolves, a sophomore. The Wolves just went 6 plays, 80 yards in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Evan Economos, the 38-yard touchdown catch from Rhett Thompson to make this a 42-7 game. Jaden Jefferson back to return, but they squib kicked this one, and on the knees picking it up was Deuce Jones-Drew, and that, of course, means he's down.
Kick is down by the Spartans. Jones-Drew received the kick.
Deuce was taking the ball back with him to the sideline. It's like, no, that's their kick ball.
Ball is spotted at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 De La Salle.
Over 3 minutes to go, actually 2:58 to go in this third quarter. The Spartan offense back on the field. There's Braden Knight, Bubba Vargas, and Jones-Drew behind him. In the offset eye, he'll hand off Jones-Drew. Jones-Drew takes it up to the 38-yard line for a pickup of about 5.
Tackled initially by Caden Stein.
Caden Stein on the tackle. The sophomore kicks off and makes tackles.
2nd and 5 at the 38.
Spartans, you mentioned that run game and all the different guys with their different styles running the football. Spartans are averaging 7 yards a carry on the year coming into tonight. That would be their best mark since they averaged 7.9 yards per carry in the 2019 season.
Yeah, but Blanche at 693 is their leading rusher, and of course this is game 7, so he's 1,000 yards, which is nice, but it's not an overwhelming number.
Here's Jones-Drew again. He's got a first down. He's running hard, and he gets taken down past the 45-yard line.
Addison DeWolf with the tackle.
Pickup of 8.
Here's your replay again. That left tackle hole, even with the backup offensive lineman, opens up.
46.
And Drew with a nice run before being dragged down by Addison DeWolf.
Into the game is Gregory Jones. And Jones is going to get his first carry of the night. Jones trying to plow ahead as he's met right near the line of scrimmage. He picks up maybe a yard or two.
Hand off to Greg Jones.
Jones came into this one, 8 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown.
A handful of other San Ramon defenders.
Picks up a couple, does the 160-pound junior.
Kind of been the pattern for them. They give Jones-Drew a couple extra tackles or a couple extra carries and then turn it over to Gregory Jones.
Jones to the left of Knight. He'll get the handoff again. Jones takes it to midfield. He is tackled there by Alejandro Loud. Closing in at the end of the third quarter here. Maybe looks like time for one more play.
We're going to have a timeout. There's either an equipment or somebody's got blood on them in the Wolves defense.
Looks like that's Caden Stein.
Winner in the 50-50 raffle. Congratulations to Merrill Cotton.
I can see it on his elbow. He's got some blood.
Academic Fund.
Braden Bean will come on in place.
Calvin McCall into the game. Knight's going to take this snap with nobody in the backfield. The junior quarterback on 3rd down and 6. Looking far side of the field. Good throw over there. Pass caught. Hit shy of the first down marker there was Reed Lawrence.
Reed Lawrence.
Looks like he's going to be a couple yards shy of the first down, his second catch of the year. And that takes us to the end of the third quarter. Spartans led 35-0 at the half. Each team scores 7 in the third. We head to the final 12 minutes. You're watching Spartan football. This is De La Salle TV. Fourth and 2 for the Spartan offense to start the fourth quarter. Knight under center, hands off, and falling forward, looking for the first down. It looks like this might be spotted shy of the first.
Hand off to Jones.
That was Gregory Jones, and they're going to mark this one shy.
He is marked short of the line to gain.
Jones was about a yard in front. That question is, when did he first hit the turf? And Spartans don't get the benefit of that spot, so it's going to be a turnover on downs to the Wolves as we have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Wolves take over at their own 44-yard line. Far different than those two games last year. The Wolves had fourth quarter leads in those two games last year, and here we got a running clock this time around.
Thompson's still out there.
6'5" senior. After throwing a touchdown, the last possession goes to the far side of the field. His pass caught by Scott.
Thompson's pass complete to Owen Scott. Josiah Clement knocks him out of
Josiah Clement on the coverage.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 from the 48 of De La Salle.
6 catches for 56 now for Scott.
Had 5 and 67 in the regular season meeting last year. Again, he was shut out in the NCS championship game by the Spartan defense. It was a real dominant, terrific performance by the Spartan defense in that NCS final last year as Thompson pump fakes under pressure, and he goes down again. Sacked by Jasper Buttles. In that NCS final last year, the Wolves were held to just 148 total yards and 7 points. Here they lose 5 to make it 3rd and 8. Trips to the right of Thompson.
Buttle's 2nd sack of the year.
Thompson backing up, trying to set a screen, but his pass off target as he was looking for Eichten. Thompson upset with one of his linemen there.
And they're going to go for it.
Here's Thompson looking to throw. He's got some time this time, and he's going to run for it. And he's going to get up to 1st down, and then he goes down inside the 35, right at the 35 maybe is where they'll mark it. Pickup of 17 on the play.
17-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 36.
I agree, Damon. You kind of hold your breath when he's running in this type of score. Wolves definitely want him healthy going into the rest of the year and into the playoffs. Thompson under pressure again, and he goes down. Another sack. TJ Finau.
That's number 99, TJ Finau with the sack. Loss of 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 15.
Finau coming from the defense's left. Fights through the blocker, gets to the quarterback.
Loss of 5, hand off. There's Eichten. Eichten gets hit and brought down by Zion Cadet.
With the stop.
Clock continuing to move fast here in the 4th quarter, running clock as you see Eichten getting the carry. Two receivers each side of Thompson. Quarterback has to step up again, somehow evades pressure as he rolls to the right. He's throwing towards the end zone, and it is going to be batted up in the air and incomplete.
Thompson's pass incomplete, intended for Owen Scott.
A lot happened there, including one of the biggest holds I've ever seen in my life, but no flag, and I'm fine with that. Look at this. That was number 55, Jason Doyle. Nice work, Jason. That's good. I like that. Got a running clock. Who cares?
Yeah. That ball just hung up there a little bit too long there, and Chase Young was able to get back and get a piece of it. 6.5 to go. 4th down and 8 for the Wolves offense. Looking to score for their 2nd straight possession. Thompson throws far sideline. That's going to be caught near the marker.
Thompson's pass complete to Scott. Cole Scott.
That was Cole Scott, the sophomore receiver for the Wolves. And it looks like that is enough for a 1st down.
Kai Wilson force them out of bounds, but
So now they're at the Spartan 26-yard line.
First and 10 from the Spartan 26.
Spartans led 42-0. It's now 42-7. 3 receivers to the right. Thompson looking left. Now goes back right as he steps up in the pocket, throws in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Owen Scott.
Owen Scott.
His 7th touchdown catch of the year to make it 42-13.
That's a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch all the way around. That's the kind of play you can't imagine a high schooler doing maybe 15 years ago. Thompson looking around, waits, has some time this time, just fires it. A laser, and Owen goes up, turns around, pulls it in. Nice play.
Noah Hensey in to attempt the extra point.
9-play, 56-yard drive. It took 6:04 with the running clock, and the extra point by Hersey is good to make it 42-14. Clock stops now, and we will take a timeout. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by NewFi Lending.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Stein into kickoff.
Jaden Jefferson back here.
Jefferson back to return. Last time it was a squib kick, and here is another one. It's going to go to DJ Asiasi. He'll pick it up about the 22, and he'll just kneel on it at the 26.
DJ Asiasi with the return. Down to the 27-yard line.
Clock still running here.
Should be. It does stop for the score apparently, although it's not consistent. I was talking to somebody last night at a game. I was like, I ref CYO basketball in San Francisco, and the clock is a theoretical construct. The only if it's close at the end of the game, I'll go, okay, now I need you to be serious.
Braden Knight at quarterback, hands off. And the Spartans get a few yards.
Hand off to Jones.
Gregory Jones.
Loud on the tackle for San Ramon.
Picks up about 2 or 3.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Well, this will probably end the game. 4 minutes and rolling right now.
The Wolves have scored their last 2 possessions. Make the score a little more respectable as Knight hands off. Jones again.
Hand off to Jones.
Spartans against Monte Vista next week. Again, that's a 7:15 kickoff. We'll start our coverage at 7 o'clock.
2-yard gain. 3rd and 6 from the 31.
And that will be homecoming night. Also, be celebrating this year's Hall of Fame class at De La Salle, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony a week from tomorrow. Jones once again, and now bring up 4th down. And it'll take us inside 3 minutes to go.
Holden Cordero with the tackle. No gain on
It's
the
been a
play.
great night, and
4th
it
down
started off
from the 31.
very well when Jaden Jefferson returned the opening kickoff, 89 yards for a touchdown to make it 7-0 right off the bat.
I think they may actually punt here.
Haven't had a punt from the Spartan side tonight. We're going to go to 25-0-1 all time against the Wolves. 25 straight wins in this series. And there's a high snap over Yorubari. It goes into the end zone, and Yorubari's going to try to run and punt it like a rugby punter, and he does a decent job as it takes a Spartan bounce, and it's going to roll all the way out to the 39. He'll only get 8 yards on the punt, but it was he made the most of what he could there.
Absolutely. As I attempt to score it on my sheet here.
A reminder that on the play like that a lot of these Spartan football players also play on the terrific rugby team that's always among the top teams in the country year in and year out. Handoff for the Wolves goes to Liam McClintock, a senior.
Penalty marker on the play.
And a penalty marker here that might take us to the end of the game.
Pretty much.
Turner Madge with the tackle.
If the linesman's calling a sideline warning right now, I'm just... No flag, he says.
So it's 2nd and 11. They have taken out the quarterback, Michael Iribaran, in there at quarterback. He'll hand off to the man running left. And good tackle made on the far side by Osiah Clement, as Darius Camisa got the carry.
Darius Camisa with the carry.
That takes us inside a minute.
Osiah Clement with the stop for De La Salle. 1 yard gain, 3rd and 10 from the 39.
Here's Iribaran. What might be the final play of the game. Spins his way around. He's going to try to run up the field on the far sideline. He takes a big hit. And a flag comes down.
Iribaran on the keeper.
As Zion Cadet made the hit.
Well, it is going to be the last play of the game. Ball's at the 36, so it's a 3-yard gain for Iribaran. We'll see what they'll call the flag, but the clock will run out.
Personal foul, leading with the helmet, defense, 15-yard penalty. That'll be the end of the game.
So that's it. The Spartans, what a performance tonight against the 19th ranked team in the state, San Ramon Valley. The Spartans lead 28-0. 6.5 minutes into the game, they take a 35-0 lead at the half, and they go on for a 42-14 victory as they improve to 7-0 and hand the Wolves their first loss of the season. We'll take a timeout and bring it back for statistics and a recap after this. You're watching Spartan Football on De La Salle TV, presented in part by Newfi Lending.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. Newfi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
Can't ask for a much better senior night if you're the De La Salle Spartans. They beat San Ramon Valley this evening by a score of 42-14, handing the Wolves their first loss of the season, along with Damon Esfer, Pat O'Rourke with you. Our cameraman upstairs, Tony Dickert, Tim Banks, our director here in the press box. This game started off fantastically for the Spartans when Jaden Jefferson returned the opening kickoff 89 yards for a touchdown. The Justin Urabari extra point made it 7-0 Spartans right off the bat. And then on the Wolves' second play from scrimmage, they had a bad exchange, fumbled the football. Spartans picked it up at the San Ramon 16-yard line. 2 plays later was Deuce Jones-Drew, 5-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. 2 plays, 16 yards in 27 seconds. After 3 and out by the Wolves, the Spartans got a 13-yard touchdown run for Derek Blanche. Extra point was blocked. It was 20-0 with about 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Emery Spate got an interception, and then for the Wolves coming up with the interception a couple plays later, Henry Ellis. Then Bubba Vargas got the pick. He returned it the other way to make it 28-0 after the Jaden Jefferson 2-point conversion reception. And the Spartans led 28-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Spartans on the next possession had their longest possession of the night, 14 plays, 72 yards, in 7 minutes and 4 seconds. It spanned the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter, capped off by Dominick Kelly's 4-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0, and that was our score heading into the halftime break. The Wolves got the ball to start the second half. They did pick up a couple of first downs, but sacks by the Spartans, and that was the theme tonight. Spartans had plenty of them tonight. That would effectively end the drive, and the Wolves would have to punt to the Spartans, and the Spartans got terrible field position at their own 5-yard line, but it took just 2 plays for them to get into the end zone. After a Derek Blanche 14-yard run, Dominick Kelly ran it in from 81 yards out, his second touchdown of the night. The extra point made it 42-0, 2 plays, 95 yards in 45 seconds. With 6:09 to go in the third quarter, the Wolves would go on their first touchdown drive of the night. 6 plays, 80 yards in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. It was Rhett Thompson finding Evan Economos in the end zone for a 38-yard touchdown pass to make it 42-7 after the extra point. The possession took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Spartans would turn it over on downs to start the fourth quarter, a running clock in the fourth quarter. If the Spartans leading by that 42-7 score, the Wolves would go on a 9-play, 56-yard drive. It took 6 minutes and 4 seconds, again against a lot of the Spartan backups on defense. And this time it was a 26-yard touchdown pass from Thompson to Owen Scott to make it 42-14 after the extra point. That was with 5.5 minutes left. Spartans would go 3 and out. The Wolves would run 3 plays before the running clock would come to all zeros, and that is how this one came to an end. 42-14 in favor of De La Salle. They go to 7-0. The Wolves drop to 7-1. The Wolves in the first half had just 26 total yards. What did they end up with?
192.
Okay.
Check your lottery tickets, and good luck to all of you. 192 yards on 51 plays for San Ramon Valley, 310 yards on 43 plays for De La Salle, 30 rushes, 245 yards for the Spartans, And they were led by Dominick Kelly, 92 yards on 3 carries, 2 touchdowns, including that 81-yarder. Toa Fa'avai, 5 for 46. Deuce Jones-Drew, 7 for 38 with the score. Derek Lance, 6 for 37 with the score. Throwing the ball, 13 attempts, 65 yards. Toa Fa'avai, 4 for 8, 3 interceptions, 40 yards. Braden Knight, 4 for 5 for 25 yards. Dylan Scott caught 3 balls, all 3 targets, 22 yards. Robert Williams caught 2 for 13 yards. And Ant Dean had 1 catch for 18. Dominick Kelly, 1 for 10. For the Wolves of San Ramon Valley, Cole Eichmann led them in rushing with 18 yards on 6 attempts. They ended up with -3 yards on 28 attempts. That, of course, helped along by the 7 sacks for 49 yards. Rhett Thompson, 16 for 23, throwing the ball, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. And Owen Scott ends up with 7 catches on 9 targets, 82 yards and a score. Nice catch on the score. Evan Economos, also a nice play to get open, 4 for 57, 1 touchdown. Max Leonides, 2 for 39. Unofficial tackles, I had Marco Jones at 4 solo, 1 assist. For the Spartans, they had a whole lot of tackles for loss. Jacob D'Artes had 3 solo and 2 assists. Landon Miller, 2 solo, 3 assists. Bubba Vargas, 3 solo, 1 assist. That first, whatever it was, minute and a half, 90 seconds, 95 seconds for De La Salle goes up 14 on the kickoff return and the fumble. I mean, there's just not much chance at that point for San Ramon Valley. I guess if you're the Wolves, you're like, look, we played them kind of down 28 and they got a couple scores late, and so it's not too embarrassing. But certainly you're concerned if you're San Ramon Valley that your kids came in maybe a little wide-eyed. But at any rate, it's just a loss. It's De La Salle. They're all used to it, and they're going to presumably be a candidate to be in the NCS Open Division playoffs with the Spartans, and so there's a halfway decent chance that De La Salle will see San Ramon Valley again.
Yeah, we could see them in the play. Could see them again in the postseason, and they of course met in the NCS Open final last year. But you mentioned the first 90 seconds. I mean, we've talked so much about how this team is better than some of the teams we've seen from De La Salle in the last few years. It's kind of those quick starts where they're jumping out on top of teams quickly. That's something you're used to seeing over the years from Spartan football, and that's why this team it's been the best Spartan team they have in at least, I think, 5 years. I mean, since at least 2019, as far as. But I mean, it remains to be seen how good they are in comparison to teams that year and before that. But it's a familiar theme, at least from what we've seen over the years, when the Spartans strike early and make this a no contest early.
Yeah, it's definitely the best team since the pandemic. Then you kind of, about a 5-year period there where they were always the best team in Northern California and then go down and lose to the Southern California teams. And I forget I think 2013 or 14 is the last state championship.
Yeah, 14.
14. So it's basically you got about 10 years here since they've been able to be really competitive with the Southern California team. But given the last couple of years, I think it's fair to say that they wanted to, be better than they've been the last few years, and they definitely are that. And kind of getting back to their, competing against themselves. They are the standard, and there it is, 2015 against Centennial. De La Salle is its own standards, and they generally like to say they only compare themselves to themselves, and that's okay, fine. But it's been 9 years since they've been able to win a state championship. I think that's kind of the secondary goal. I think it was returning to the best team in Northern California, and I think they've shown that they are that again this year. And whether or not they if they hit a bump in the road between now and sometime in November, then we'll reassess that statement.
Yeah, and so next week we'll see him again against Monte Vista. We'll have our coverage at 7 o'clock next Friday night. Join us then. And thanks to our crew again, Tony Dickert, Tim Banks. For Damon Esper, I'm Pat O'Rourke signing off from Owen Owens Field. Final score tonight, Spartans 42, the Wolves 14. Spartans go to 7-0. The Wolves drop to 7-1. You've been watching Spartan football on De La Salle TV. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us for another presentation of Spartan Athletics on De La Salle TV. Thank you to these sponsors for their help in sponsoring our broadcasts. Golden State Orthopedic and Spine, Lemurs Buick GMC, NewFi Lending, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Armanino LLP, Greenlight Simulation, Drivers Training for Teens, and Lennox Homes. De La Salle would also like to thank Diablo Valley Funeral Home, Bay Alarm, Rubino Counseling, SPM Properties, Uncommon Potential, and GlassTech Professional Window Cleaning. Thank you for watching De La Salle Athletics, and join us next time for our next Spartans broadcast on De La Salle TV.